Oh, snap. Y'all can see me? I forgot I just pressed go live. Let me edit this. Okay. Am I live? I'm so discombobulated. Oh, God. Like I should end this live and start it over. I don't know. Hi, salty peeps. I'm not sure if anyone's in here right now. Oh gosh. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Let me pull up our Friday song that I get demonetized over every single stream. But you know me, I'm not hard-headed, I'm not stubborn. Hi, Courtney! Happy Friday! So I had like half a mind to, well, all right, not half a mind. All right. Okay, let's just play this because it's Friday. Enough. Happy Friday, my salty peeps. So it is yet another week. I am pretty happy that it's Friday. This week has been a long one. It's going to be an even longer next week. I just put so much on my plate and I just feel so overwhelmed. I also feel like carrying other people's like burden sometimes. I can't always just like take on other people's burdens because I feel like I'm helping them and then I kind of put myself to the back burner a little and then I kind of end up getting screwed over in a sense. So I need to like chill out on that. I have this very mixed drink. It looks so nice. Okay. So this is a mix of orange juice, mango puree, a little bit of Casamigo, a little bit of Taylor Port wine, and a little bit of this like Trader Joe's elderflower lemon sort of sparkling soda with ice. I did have to add the wine with the tequila because this I'm it's been so rough. It's been so long. Before I got on here, the reason I was kind of late, I was like in this whole study session for this thing that I'm planning on getting a license in, and I'm so tired, yo. I'm not like physically exhausted, but I think like mentally I'm exhausted. But great news is like I have a trip booked. I booked a trip this morning. So I know I have something to look forward to. Not close, but down the line I have something to look forward to. And at the pace that time is going, right, Court? I don't know if it's for you, but I feel like time has been going by so fast. I can't believe today is the last day of March. It's March 31st. Tomorrow is April Fools. Let's go back to March. Literally, it's like, what's going on? But today's video, I literally brought the bag in here. Oh, I did. Okay. I brought the bag in here and I want to do like a mix. So do you think I should do, Court? Let me know. I had half a mind to film another one of these like real TikToks with you all because as the title mentions, I'm going to be doing like a planty unboxing haul situation. And it's kind of like Amazon haul, but it's also like planty haul because some things I got from Amazon and other things I didn't get from Amazon. So I want to do like a remix real stitch situation with Harley. Harley G. I know everyone knows who Harley is. She's like popping in the plant community. That's my girl. So I felt like doing like a little real stitch with one of her videos because she's the one that actually like inspired me to get this product that I'm going to unbox with you all. So I'm like, let me do it with y'all because either way, whether I do it on the live, I'm going to be filming it for IG, TikTok. So why not film like maybe a couple little clips with you all? Yeah. All right, let's do it. So what did I title this stream? Again, let me see what I titled the stream as. Let me see 1 second. I know I did like it's like a haul and what else? Let me just double check. So I said planty haul. Hoyas are blooming. Okay. So I'm going to first show the Hoyas that are blooming in my collection. I've been growing Hoyas, I think, since 2019. I think that's when like I first kind of got my first Hoyas was in 2019. And I've had a Hoya bloom for me, which is the Hoya SPAF Britannoy. That one bloomed for me last year. And this summer, I annoyingly neglected it. And my peduncle fell. My peduncle fell, but it bloomed during the winter. So I'm not worried about that. But I seen a couple of my other Hoyas have peduncles for me! And I'm like, I'm share with y'all because I'm so excited! Hold on. All right. Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. I want to also be more like consistent. Not consistent. What is sometimes I don't be remembering words that I'm trying to say. I have like clothes on, by the way. I have like shorts on. If y'all are like, is this girl trying to flash us? I'm not trying to flash y'all. So I have a few Hoyas that are putting out peduncles for me. And just for me, because I'm so special, I'm so special. My Hoyas want to give me peduncles. All right. Okay, so these are the 3 that I'm noticing right now that are putting out peduncles. And don't anyone ever try to correct me and tell me that they're something else. I call them peduncles, just like I call my peeps salty pecans, okay? I choose to name them what I want, and I give my plants nicknames. So either get with the flow or you get going, because there's other people that you can watch, right? Hi, Arlisa! Welcome to Friday night. Okay, so the first peduncle that I already shared on IG is, I made like a whole video about it, but first, let me do a sippy sip. Where's that from? Where's that from? That's like OG YouTube. OG YouTube. Can you actually believe that this YouTube that you're watching me now, I've been posting content on this channel since 2009. Yes, Arlisa Graveyard Girl, Bunny, yo. I love Bunny. That is like, you know, you're part of YouTube if you know who Bunny is. Okay, so like I mentioned, yeah, I know. Can you believe it? 2009. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And like YouTube monetized me in like 2010, and I was like grandfathered into it before they had this whole situation when you needed like so many. I think back then you needed like 100 followers or something like that. So I was like grandfathered into YouTube for a lot of things. But that's not the point. Yeah, relax. Okay, so the first plant that I already showed to you all on the IG is my Hoya Swiffer's tail. If you all remember the Hoya Swiffer's tail, this is not a compacta. This is a hybrid by Rick Morier. This is a hybrid of Hoya fungii x Hoya motuski. And as you can see, this baby is, you know, has like a little tendril that I'm keeping to like push out. But when you look over here, and this baby, like right here, not flipping you off, that's a peduncle. I purchased this plant in December of 2020, right? So when I originally purchased it, it only had 2 leaves, like the bottom 2 leaves. And since then, it's just, you know, been doing its thing. This is the same planter pot that I believe the seller sent it to me, or I like brought it up just like a half a centimeter. You know, I transferred into this pot, which is like a half centimeter larger than what the grower sent me. And when I originally received this plant, it had like mealy bugs, I believe. It was just really gross, like so much like mold, and it was really bad. So I have a whole video about it where like I pretty much drenched it in my pesticides, because that's one thing about me I have learned with purchasing plants online or purchasing plants from others, or purchasing plants, not purchasing, or like receiving plants through like swaps or trades. Treat your plants, because yeah, maybe a pest might be dormant in their home, but in my home they're like, ooh, a whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew, right? And they're like, ooh, and they're like, let me just go ahead and eat, you know, all this amazingness, right? So treat your plants to prevent pests from spreading. And of course, you can't always catch pests, right? You can't always prevent pests from coming into your home, but what you can is like stop them. Number one rule is always isolate and treat your plants whenever you get them. Whenever I get a new plant, I keep them in my bedroom, and then I transfer them into this plant room office if I decide that this is where I want them to live. For example, my ficus alii, however way you want to spell it. Because it'd be really funny, like if you have 2 eyes, isn't it like I, right? Or instead of E, right? So it's like ficus alii, but one of my salty peeps said it was like just ficus alley, like alleyway. So anyways, this is the first Hoya that's blooming, and you can definitely see the difference between like a leaf, right, which is this one, and the peduncle. So the peduncle is kind of like, it looks like a little mini mic, right? Let me show you. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. It's me. Hi. Everybody agrees. Everybody agrees. It's me. Hi. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. Whoa! Something just fell. Okay, so it looks kind of like a mic, doesn't it? Come on, be nice to me. I'm on video. Okay. All right. You know, it's like a little mini mic. It's like a little mini mic. Right? Look at little mini mic. How did you ever say like that? Right? It's like a little mini mic, right? Okay. So that's the first Hoya that I noticed that is pushing out a peduncle. And then the next Hoya that I noticed that is pushing out a peduncle for me in my collection is this Hoya obovata. So the backstory on this Hoya obovata is years ago, years ago. It might have been probably 2018 or even 2019 when I had the whole ordeal where I originally purchased the variegated compacta through Amazon. When I received that Amazon, honestly, so the Amazon listing where I purchased the compacta, the listing basically was saying that I would be receiving something of like this size, right? A large, full cutting of a compacta. But the seller ended up literally just sending me something that's like this big, just this big, you know? So I had this whole ordeal. It wasn't really much of an ordeal because the seller was actually really kind. He was just like, okay, well, I'll like send you a replacement. Sorry about that. Yada yada yada. And then he ended up sending me something that was not variegated. So I kind of just got over the situation, and I posted about it back then in like the Facebook plant groups when like the Facebook plant groups were super decent. And one of the nice sellers, she was just one of the nice members. She was just like, "Oh my gosh, like I will send you a like cutting from my." She was so sweet. And like I was not expecting for her to go above and beyond to me as a stranger, especially for me. I was very new in the plant community, like online plant community, not in house plant growing, but discovering the online plant community. And so she went ahead and sent me that variegated compacta. She also went and sent me this like a cutting of an obovata and also a cutting of a crinkle 8. So this is the obovata that she sent me. I think I cut the obovata. I neglected one of the pieces and I tried to salvage this piece, which was like at this time, it was just like one leaf, right? So from that one leaf, this obovata has, you know, with me like figuring out the care requirements for each and every separate Hoya, because not every Hoya has the same care requirements, right? The way that I would treat these Hoyas is completely different than I would treat like a linearis or a polyneura or like even this, you know, I would not treat all of these Hoyas the same because they all have their own different requirements, their own different needs. So I had to learn how to care for them. So this is the backstory of the obovata. And this baby has been pushing out delicious, you know, thick leaves for me, like super thick, right? So an obovata for me, I actually let this plant get super like bone dry all the time. But I noticed that it's pushing out new growth. And usually when your plants, Hoyas more specifically, are pushing out like new growth or wanting to flower, that means it's like using more energy. So if something is using more energy, you should give it more fuel to energize itself. And fuel is like fertilization and water. So I have like upped the watering for my Hoyas that I'm noticing are like actively growing, pushing out new growth, and also are like popping out peduncles. So long story, very long. This is the next Hoya that I noticed is pushing out a peduncle in my collection. So just like the Swiffer's tail, okay, as you can see, this little nub right here, okay, is a peduncle, and it has like these two little mini like T-Rex hands on the side, which are just like the leaves. Okay. So it has like, again, where are you? It has the mic, which is the peduncle. Where's my mic? So as you can see, this, it has like the mic, right? So I'm really excited about that. I'm super excited about that. Okay. So that is the second Hoya, which is putting out new growth in my collection. Okay. For this spring season. And let me do a little bunny sippy sip. Don't copyright me, buddy. Oh gosh. So the next Hoya that I noticed is putting out quite a few peduncles is this Hoya. Gosh, I forgot the name of this Hoya. I think this is the Calistophylla. This was was it a trade? Yeah, so this was a trade I did with one of my salty peeps. And I originally received, it was like this thick leaf, so beautiful. I absolutely love this Hoya. Like, look at the veining, and it's not soft. This is like a very like hard. Like if I were to like do this, it would. I don't want to do that, right? But this Hoya is like, I'm actually like putting pressure. Okay, so the crunchy part, it's like really thick. So this Hoya in particular, I am noticing that there's a little peduncle, right? Gosh, you can't see. So this nub right here, exhibit A, right here, okay, is a peduncle that's popping out. And then exhibit. Where's the other one? Ah, there you are. Okay. Exhibit B. Right here. Exhibit C. Right here. So actually both of here and here are putting out peduncles in my mind. I feel like this one is also peduncle, but it could be a new growth. But like 1,000%, this is a peduncle. And right here is another peduncle. So this is un, deux, trois, quatre peduncles that are popping up on this one little vine, right? And I believe, let me just, okay. All right. So don't hold me 100%, right? We have 4 on this one thus far. It looks like there's a 5th one right here, this little situation right here, right? That's 5. So, in my eye. So it looks like I have like on this one plant 5 peduncles. So I'm super excited about that. Let me look to see if at the base. Okay, so it's so hard. Honestly can't show y'all, but it looks like even on this one vine, more towards the base, there's a 6th one. So there's about 5 to 6 peduncles on this Hoya calistophylla. Thus far, there's only 1 peduncle on my Hoya obovata and 1 peduncle on my Hoya Swiffer's tail. So this is a total of 8. 8. 8 is like 8 in Creole French. Peduncles on my Hoyas. So I'm really excited to follow through with these plants wanting to flower because they're happy about the care that I've been giving them. they're happy about the environment that they've been in for the last year plus. So I think I've had this Hoya for about a year now. I've had this Hoya for maybe like 3, 4 years. And I've had this Hoya for 2 years now. And like I mentioned earlier, the Hoya SPAF Bertanoy is the other Hoya for me that has already bloomed, and it bloomed last year. So let me put these back so I can have more space on my desk to chat. I'm really excited for my other Hoyas though, in the meanwhile, to what they have to do. Um, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing that brings you more joy as a plant parent than your plant doing what you want it to do. And doing what you want it to do could be a multitude of things, right? The plant could be flowering if it's a plant that you want to flower. The plant can be vining if it's a plant that you want to be vining. The plant can actually push out larger leaves if that's what you want your plant to do. And that's the thing I love about like growing house plants. That's the thing about house plant collecting. That's the plant about like that's the best part about like collecting is it depends on the care that you give it. It depends on how you're experimenting with your plant. Because if you choose to experiment, if you choose to take time and be patient with your plant and twist and turn and alter what you're doing, your plant can respond in so many different ways. So never feel like, oh my gosh, like, why doesn't my plant look like this? It probably doesn't look like that because you're not doing something that would probably optimize the result that you want. So if you want a result to change, then you might have to alter the care that you're providing it. And that could honestly be said in regards to the variegated, what is it, the pink princess, right? So a couple of years back, I purchased a reverted pink princess for about $24. And I purchased that plant solely to experiment. And the experiment that I wanted to experiment is to see whether I can turn a plant that has been labeled as reverted and promote it to go back to its unreverted phase, right? I wanted to promote it to push out the variegation. And my experiment actually did work. And I have like a whole, video, a couple videos explaining how I was able to promote variegation on a plant that was being sold as reverted. And you can do that with all of your plants. And also even plants that are like not fenestrated. So if you have like a monstera, to be more specific, like the monstera, the Swiss cheese monsteras, right? If you want your monstera to fenestrate, right, then you're probably going to have to provide it with more light. Or you might have to provide it with a little bit more watering, like when it's pushing out new growth, so it can optimize itself, but don't overwater because you can chance the risk of root rot. So plants, it's all about experimenting, and it's all about just being patient and watching the plant grow and ultimately allowing the plant to do what it does, which is be itself. We are not the plant. We don't speak to it in the same vibrations that it lives. So the only thing you can do is just like assume and insinuate and just experiment. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. All right, y'all. Can I show you one more Hoya though that it's not currently pushing out any blooms? Well, at least to what I have noticed, but it is really just beautiful. This is the Hoya Rebecca, and it is another one of the Hoyas that I traded with my salty pecan. So this plant is just honestly so stunning. It's so beautiful. And again, look at the foliage. This is like not a bug, by the way. What am I looking at? I noticed this dark. Okay. This is not a pest. This plant is so pretty. This Hoya is gorgeous. But yeah, this is not a Hoya that is currently putting out any pedunkies, but it has been nonstop, just pushing out so much new growth. I don't know what's going on with like this little section right here that's trying to like embarrass me, but the New Yorker in me want to be like, go play with your mother, but I am its mother, so it's technically playing with me. But stop playing. Beautiful. Pretty. So this is the other Hoya I kind of wanted to show you, but this is not the one that's putting out new growth. All right, those are all the Hoyas that are blooming in my collection. I have spent 30 minutes talking about 3 plants that are blooming. Yay. So the next portion of this video is going to be the haul portion. I have a couple of planty supplies that I want to share with you all. And the first one is NPR. It's not plant related, but I do want to share it because it came in my Amazon order because I did an order together. So in life, we all have pet peeves, okay? And for me, as someone, one of my pet peeves or turn offs in life is people who actually have like bad hygiene, okay? And hygiene is something that anyone, it's a personal thing, okay? So you can choose to have good hygiene or you can choose to have bad hygiene. Like, I don't care what circumstance you're in, you choose to be hygienic or you choose not to be hygienic. And circumstances are outside of homelessness, okay? So if you're obviously like homeless and you don't have resources, right, to keep to your standards, then that's different. But if you're someone who has a roof over your head, you can upkeep with yourself, okay? So with that being said, bad breath is like a huge turnoff for me, okay, in general. So I have like a multitude of different, I literally have like so many different like varieties of like toothbrushes, like tongue scrubbers, scrapers, different sort of flosses, and I have added another variety into my collection, okay? Side note, before I even show this, I remember I posted online about like this person pretty much I posted online about someone and some random stranger. I didn't show the person's face. I literally just showed pants, okay? And I'm like, people, like, please, you know, it's like summertime. Just like this person, I got a comment, someone DM'd me and be like, you're so mean. I'm unfollowing you. And it's like, I'm actually gonna block you now. Like, I didn't even know you were a follower. Nothing I said was offensive. Nothing I said was directed towards the person. It was just a general comment. But if you want to like be butthurt, then go bye. Let me do you the favor. Let me actually have you unfollow me. So quick side story. But like, yo, please, people, just like for yourself. You know, it's like for yourself. But a lot of people, they actually don't care. Anyways, so I picked up one of these portable oral irrigators. So if you like go to the dentist, you know, like they floss your teeth with like the water. So I purchased one of these like water pick flosser stuff, and I'm really excited about adding this to like my oral hygiene collection because I have like the brush, the little bristle flosses. I have the regular mint stringy flosses. So this one now is like a water one, and my favorite time of day is actually like when I take a shower and do like my skincare. I take my time every time to like lotion, to like exfoliate, to moisturize, to add my serums. I personally enjoy that for me. So I'm like, let me add this to my collection. And these things are pricey. So I didn't like use my own money. I used like Christmas money because I got like a gift card to Amazon. And I didn't know like what I wanted to purchase on Amazon because I have a lot of the things, you know, that I want. So it was just like chilling for a minute, you know, like I just had the Amazon card and I still have some money left on that card. So this situation, it comes with a couple of different heads. Oh, Arlisa, she just commented and said, "Oh my God, we just had an earthquake and I'm freaking out. Are you okay? Where are you right now? Are you okay?" She said, "Yes, just shook up. Literally, I'm tearing up." Oh my God. San Diego. Wow. So it's around what, like 6:18 right now for you? Oh my God. Like if you need to just collect yourself. Oh wow. Breaking news. Is there anything that do you have to like leave your apartment or not apartment like your house? Maybe go out. I don't know what the protocol is for California for earthquakes. Oh my God. That's terrifying. Wow. Please like stay safe. I mean, obviously this is not something you can protect yourself from fully. If I'm looking down, I'm just looking at the comment box. Wow. Damn, I'm sorry. Wow. Hopefully that's the only one. Hopefully nothing else returns. That's so concerning. Wow. Okay, she said, "I'm okay. It's been a long time since I felt an earthquake that strong." Okay. She's okay. Our salty pecan is safe. She's all right. Just a little shook up. Keep me posted. Like keep all of us posted in the chat about like how you're feeling and about like everything that's going on because that is really concerning. What is going on in this world? I have a friend who is like a truck driver and he was driving like through the south, like from Indiana, and he was saying like he was going through like a tornado watch warning. Please be careful. God, please stay safe. Wow. I'm sorry. Um, so I'll continue with the little haul. This thing came with a couple of different heads. I'm not sure what the different heads are for. Oh, it says 6 jet tips for different users. So these are the different jet tips. I'm okay. Sending lots of love towards you, Arlisa, right now. All right, so it comes with this like tongue. I don't know what this is. To see your teeth. I don't know what this is for. And it also comes with a bunch of different heads. Comes with a tongue cleaner. Oh, so I just added a new tongue scraper because I have 2 different varieties, but none of them are this. It comes with the USB plug. It comes with yet another head. You're welcome, Marlisa. All right. It comes with this sort of little pointy head, this brushy situation. instructions, directions, and the head. And pretty much you just add water into this. You attach your variety of heads, and then you right, and then you do what you got to do. So this is the NPR, the non-plant related purchase in this little Amazon haul of mine. But I'm like, let me just show it to you all because it's Felix. Oh my gosh, all the OG salty peeps are in here today. Hey, Felix. Long time no chatty chat. Welcome. Yes, please send your love to our Lisa. Oh, that's tough. All right, so this is done with that. All right, so the next thing is here. I'm gonna show that to y'all last. And the next thing is actually from my coworker. So for the past couple of weeks, like randomly, he will just like I'll come into work. So he comes into work 3 days a week, like Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And sometimes like I won't be in the office like on a day that he's here. Maybe like I took off that day, or I'm late to work, whatever the reasoning is. I always come in to gifts and little surprises on my desk. And it's like a little older man. He's probably maybe in like his late 60s, 70s, okay? And every time I come in, I just feel so spoiled and so loved and so treated and just so thought of without asking to be thought of, without asking for things, without asking or requesting anything. I'm sorry, I'm in the group chat still. So Felix says tornado warning tonight, Chicago area. Wow. Okay, so Felix, are tornadoes normal for Chicago? Because I know Chicago is like windy city, right? But are tornadoes like something that is familiar in Chicago? Isn't it just more like heavy snowstorms? Aren't like tornadoes towards like the Midwest, like the middle of America, like Arkansas, Kansas? So there are tornado warnings also in Chicago currently. Please stay safe. There's so much going on right now. Like, what in the world is happening? It's spring. Why are there so many just weather, like related things that are happening right now in the spring? Isn't it supposed to be like April showers bring May flowers, not like earthquakes and tornadoes and like snowstorms? Like it was snowing in California, like hailing. Wow. Arlisa said at Felix, yeah, we're bracing for aftershocks. It woke my daughter up out of her sleep. I'm just reading the chat because usually when the playback happens, I don't have the chat active, but I think I might do a feature where from now on I will keep the chat as part of the live stream. So even if you're watching the live stream after the fact, after the live stream ends, you can still see what my salty peeps were talking about as I'm looking in the chat. Because sometimes you're like, what is she talking about? But the live stream chat is not part of it. Hi, Beyond the Monstera. Welcome. Arlisa says, yes, it was a magnitude 4.5 about an hour north of us, I believe. Wow, an hour north of you and you felt it? My God. Please stay safe. Please, 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 God. Please, please, please. This is terrifying. So, my coworker, yesterday I came into the office. I was not here on Wednesday, so I know he left these on my desk on Wednesday. And it's like this thing. You're like, what is this? Like little mini witch hats? No, you know. They're actually like for drainage pots. That's kind of strong, 4.5. What are the different like numbers of earthquake strengths? Like what's the strongest? I remember maybe like about a decade ago, right? Like a little over 10 years ago, New York had an earthquake. And it was like the first earthquake, and it was actually really terrifying. My mom was working in Manhattan at the time, and we were living with like our aunt, and all I just seen was just like everything was just shaking, and I'm like, what is this? And like things started to fall, and then we realized that's an earthquake. New York is not like the tectonic plates are not usually like rubbing and like shifting on the East Coast. So California is actually known for earthquakes. So God, again, I'm so sorry, and I'm sending so much love towards you, and so much strength to California and to the area that's an hour away from you that actually felt the brunt of the quake and the surrounding areas. Wow. My gosh. This is like not what you want to like be really dealing with on your Friday, you know. That's unfortunately like just life, and with the internet, like we're able to communicate and actually know what's going on in the moment. Wow, that's so tough. Okay, so this situation, essentially it goes in your pot. So pretend this was larger. We don't even have to pretend. Okay, so how this essentially operates, right, is you take this, and they have like these little extra mesh things. You know, probably like pop one in here or something, right? And it goes in here like this. And then you would put like your soil, and this helps prevent like loose soil from coming out of the drainage. Okay. So he like brought a couple of these for me, and like with little different size filters. There's like the larger filter and like the smaller filter. So that was on yesterday when I came in the office. He left these on Wednesday, but I took Wednesday off and I came back to work on Thursday. So that was that. I thought it was like, oh, that's so adorable. Really happy about that and really excited to use this in my collection. So then today I was going to like the kitchen towards the fountain, and I'm like, oh, you know, good morning, X name. And he was just like, oh, like I have some more like orders that came in. Apparently he orders these things from like Wish, and he's just like, you never know what quantity of things they, you know, send to you. Maybe you're expecting to be purchasing like 5 pieces and they sent you like 500 pieces. So, excuse me. So then he gave me more of these. So this was like the larger one. And then there's like the smaller one that he also gave me. And then also added a couple of these little watering situations. So what you would technically use these for. So pretend this is like a water bottle, right? And you technically would kind of like put your water bottle and then stick this inside of the soil, right? And then it kind of would like, you know what I mean? So I have this version, but I have it in the so I have these. I use this. So these are like the terracotta spikes. So I have used the terracotta spikes, but these are like the little plastic ones too. And it comes with these little valves that he said like you, I guess like you put in here. It comes with like directions, something like that, which I thought was like, wow, really cool, because I would have never like gotten that for myself. But it's really dope, right? And also to add into this, I'm not sure what this is. It says a funnel. Oh, it's literally a funnel. So he gave me a tiny funnel. Oh, so cute. A little tiny funnel. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my gosh. Hmm. This kind of makes me want to cry. All right. Stop it, Pam. Shake it off. Yeah, so Courtney said he's a collector too. So he's actually a new collector. He kind of just started like collecting houseplants. And so in my office, I work a city job, right? So you can just imagine how old these buildings are. You can just imagine how like stale and gray the wall colors are. You can imagine how stale and gray the cubicles are. And then you pass by my desk, okay? So you walk by everybody's desk and it's like, well, so sad and depressed. I don't want to be here, right? And then me, it's like green forest, liveliness. Look at all the greenness. Yes, these plants are real. They're not plastic. No, I don't have any windows, and they're still alive, right? So people are always just like, oh, these are real plants. And I'm like, yeah, they've been here for like 3+ years. Yeah, like I am able to like keep plants indoors in an office environment without any windows and still have them thrive and grow. So he has like gone out of his way to actually like, I guess, make friendship with me and share his like little planty things. So um he's given me that. He's also, I think I showed y'all in like the last video, these little sort of ties, right? So boom shaka laka laka, right? You would like grab something like this, right? And then, like, like gear tight like that. So one of these, did I leave this up here? I think I moved this thing. But there were also grafting clips. He did also give me grafting clips. Okay. So the grafting clips could, grafting is when you like put one plant, right? And you attach another plant together and you kind of like fuse them so that the lower portion is able to provide energy to the unrooted cutting from plant X, right? So you have plant A and you have plant A, which is fully rooted and fully happy. And then you have plant X, which you just chopped off and you kind of wanted to like speed up its growth and use the energy from plant A. So you like use the grafting clips, plant A, plant X, and you kind of just like bring them together, you know, like something like that. So he gave me these little grafting clips, right? Like, look at all of this. And also in this baggie from today, he also gave me like a little self-watering planter. I haven't even opened that yet. This is so cute. And he was just like, I don't know how this works. And I'm like, yeah, it's super easy. You know, you just add water into this. You use the string. You poke the string from one hole. And then you take the other end of the string. And then boom, shakalaka laka. And then water is already in here. Bloop. And then you got your plant. And then you pot your plant in here. And then bloop. So then the plant will absorb the water from in here. So this is so freaking cute. So freaking cute. So I don't know if I'm going to go into the office on Monday, right? But it's my turn to give him thanks, right? So I'm going to just go through my collection, and he is definitely a salty pecan. He is, whether he knows it or not. I don't know if he knows about my identity online because I don't speak to anyone about HauzPlant at my office. I literally like to leave HauzPlant and Pamella separately, like completely different people. I don't want anyone that I work with to know who I am or what I do outside of work. Like, I'm non-existent outside of this office, you know. Everyone loves me, but I don't want anyone to know what I do, okay? So he doesn't know it though, but he is a salty pecan by default because of all of these nice gestures. So I'm just going to go through literally like all of these cuttings that I have. And I'm going to bring him like a little like thank you basket of cuttings. And he's going to have like the best like cuttings and plants added to his collection. Even though he's like a new plant parent, he's getting everything that I literally have. So that is the other thing. Let me run to my bag and show you the last thing he has given me. I actually don't know if I took it with me today from work, but let me check. Okay, so I think I did leave it in the office. I might have left it in my cabinet or in the desk, but he's also given me fertilizers. Oh, I'm capping. I did bring it in here. 2 cute. 2 freaking cute. So this was the first like planty thing he brought to me. So this thing is called plant juice, and this one is called bloom juice. So he gave me like 2 ounces of each, and he said like it's like 2 ounces per gallon. But honestly, I think in like one sitting, like one watering sitting, I probably go through maybe like 5 gallons of water to water my entire houseplant collection. So cute. It's the thought that counts. So appreciative. I don't know when I'm going to use these because I have my own like fertilizers that I use for my plants, but I am going to keep these in, you know, for a later time. He didn't have to, you know. super cute. Okay. So that was like the haul in regards to like what my coworker has brought me. And this is for now. Every time like he purchases something, I always come to the office. Yeah, that's cute. So I'm reading the comments right now. Deborah says, "Hey Pam, I need your energy today. I got you. Sending energy away. Sending. Okay, let's see. I hope y'all in severe weather path tornadoes are staying sheltered. Yes, amen to that." Arlisa says, "I love self-watering pots. They have saved me so many times." Yeah. So Deborah says, "I feel that, Pam. I'm nice, but as far as my personal life, if I don't know ya, it's none ya." Amen to that. Amen to that. Like I'm so many. Okay. I maybe it's something about my energy, right? I come into work, I sit in my cubicle, and I don't get up. Okay. I'll go to the bathroom. I have like a coworker who is literally like a best friend now, like outside of work. Like that's my home skillet, right? That we're the same age, we're both the same zodiac sign, we're both like born the same year. Our birthdays is like a week apart, but he's just a more version of me, right? That is my home skillet. That's my homie. Came to my housewarming, birthday celebrations. I love that kid. He's so dope, right? That's my friend. Other than that, I don't I don't like to, go up and chitter chatter. But some way, somehow, I don't know, everyone gravitates towards me. And people are like, "Pam, you should be part of the welcoming committee." And I'm like, no, I really shouldn't. I don't want to be part of the welcoming committee. And yet, and still, everyone knows me. Everyone's like, "Hey, Pam." Everyone walks by my keyboard. "Hey, Pam." People see me in the elevator. "Hey, hi." Like the workers in the buildings. Like I come in, and again, like I work in a city building, so there's like police. You have to go through so many like security in order to get into the building. And even when you get into the building, there are more like barriers and barricades that you got to get through in order to like deal with all of that. And literally I say hi to like everyone. I'm like, good morning, hi." And I guess it's just like my personality. I'm very like opening and like very welcome, right? So even though I try to like stay to myself, some way, somehow, everyone knows me, everyone wants to talk to me, everyone says hi to me. And even like when I go to like lunch and I go to the pier, why are like the security who are guarding the ESPN center, right, saying hi to me? I should not know like RJ3 like face to face. Like I'm literally talking to like athletes on the regular, like day to day. Stephen A. Smith, literally, I say hi like to this man every single day. They know me like a regular human being, and it's so weird, but I don't purposely go out of my way to talk to people, right? I try to avoid people as much as I can, but I guess my personality is very like, "Oh, hey," like, and then these big old freaking like chicklets like just like pop out of this little hole. It's like, "Hi," so I'm really annoying in that regards, and I can't stand myself for that because I really am not someone that like wants to talk to people. But then when you get to talking to me, I can't stop talking until I'm like, all right, I'm ready to like get out of here. But it's already too late because you're so comfortable with me. You're like, "Don't go, give me your number," and I'm like, "Oh no, please." And again, I say all of this, right? And I'm freaking making like social media content, right? And I'm here like chattering with people from like all over the world on many different coasts, many different like time zones. And I'm talking about, "I don't like to talk to people. I'm not a very person." And then I'm here like so animated and so chatting. Like I be capping it. Years ago, let's say maybe about like 8, 9 years, 10 years about ago, right? I used to work for like a nanny agency when I was an undergrad in college. And we always have like these annual like parties or like certain holiday parties, right? So I personally thought I was like an introvert. I personally think I'm an introverted person because I come home and I just want to be home. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to talk to nobody. And everyone's just like, no, Pam, you're extrovert. And I'm like, don't tell me what I am. I know what I am. I'm not an extrovert. At max, I might be an ambivert, which is a mixture of extroverted and introverted. They're like, no, you're extroverted. And I had to come to the conclusion that I am an extroverted person because the thought of working remote, working from home is terrifying, is depressing. Even though I like to come home and be by myself, that's because from like 8 in the morning to like 5 in the afternoon, right? I'm outside. So I do seek refuge in my home and peace in my home, right? But I would go crazy if from 8 in the morning to 10 p.m. I'm inside of my house. And then from like 10 p.m. to sleep, I'm still inside of my house. That would drive me crazy. Throughout the entire panoramic, right? I was working like commuter. I had to go into the city. I work, in lower Manhattan. So I'm like there was nobody on the train, and that was like the best time of like my life where there was like no one on the train. But I love actually like getting up and socializing with people. I love to interact with others. Even I go in the office and I'm just like, leave me alone, do not pass my cubicle, don't talk to me, like don't say good morning to me, like good morning, nah, I'm not like good morning, I'm like good morning. People are like good morning, Pam, good morning, I'm like morning, God, I'm so freaking annoying. So that's that. Gosh, I talk so much. All right, so most of you was not here. The only person that was here when I first started was Court. Hey, Courtney, love you, boo. So I mentioned that this purchase was inspired by Harley G, and I actually was going to make a real TikTok with you all like I did in the last video, but I'm an hour and 7 minutes in, and I'm definitely not about to do that, right? But I'm gonna do it like off screen, because it's just gonna take less time for me to have to actually like explain to y'all, right? Maybe in another video I'll do another like creating content with y'all, but for today's video I'm just gonna just like unbox with y'all and then probably end. It's almost 10 p.m. here for me in New York. It's 9:50 p.m. So this is the next thing that I ordered. I seen Harley post a video with this, and I'm like, hell yeah, like I need this. I literally need this in my collection immediately. This instant. So I ordered it. Because what's self-control? I don't have that. Does not exist. Who is that? We don't know. Okay. So this is called the Chapin Home and Garden Sprayer. Weed control, pest control, fertilize, clean, adjustable cone nozzle, comfortable trigger shut off, ergonomic pump handle, X mark your sprayer job type. Okay. Boy. All right. So Haitians, right? You know how people be like, like, oh my gosh, So Haitians, our oh my gosh is woy, which is WOY, woy. So it's like every time it's like something like, oh my gosh, it's like woy. So yeah, add that to your little vocabulary. Okay, so I wanted one of these because I've had for over a decade now. This I have this, and it is one of these like mister things, but I fucked up And I left that stupid freaking neem oil in this, and I let it just like coagulate. And now the whole pumping thing doesn't want to, or maybe it does, or maybe. I think it works. No, it works. It works. Yo, I was so sad. I used to work at Petco, right? I used to work at Petco. Like, I think I was maybe like 18 or 19 when I was working at Petco. And I used to like have like Petco discount and all that, right? So, oh, this looks so gross. Oh god, it looks like snot. I'm joking. JK, don't do that. JK. You hear the popping? That's firecrackers. Okay. Yay, my pumping thingy works. Okay. So never mind. I'm not sad about that anymore. I'm just gonna like super clean it now. I thought, hey, why not? Ew, did not. Ew, Arlisa, no, it did not. She said, and then it actually drips in your mouth. God forbid. I feel like that's what it was gonna happen, right? And I'm like, let me not play around like that, because just my luck, it would definitely happen. So I got one of these little cute little mini sprayers. Why? I just wanted it. It's a 1 gallon like pumping spray thing. It smells like plastic. It comes with this. It comes with the hand pump. Okay, so it has like a little locking mechanism thing. Okay, so when you're done okay, so when you're done pumping, you could like twist it, and then when you're like, oh, I'm ready to pump it. Okay. And it has okay. So that's that. It took me 1 hour and 13 minutes to show you all water floss, pumping, and gifts, and blooming Hoyas. But shout out to Bunny again, Graveyard Girl. I'm reading the comments. Hold on. Arlisa says she has a motorized one she used for water. Motorized? What you mean? Put your girl on. What you mean by motorized pump? What's a motorized pump? Like a pressure washer motorized pump? Felix says, I use hot water to loosen neem oil. Usually comes off. I think, yeah, I'm actually going to do that. To just like, I have to clean that thing because it was like, I was so sad about it because, you know, like, things from back in the day, they're made with good quality. So if I were to like replace it, it probably would be like garbage now, whatever material they use now. So Deborah said, "What you drinking?" No, let me tell you, what's in my cup stays in my cup. In my cup is in my cup. My drink is in my cup. In my cup is in my cup. My cup, hey, my cup, hey, my cup. What's in my cup is in my cup. Whatever I'm drinking is from my cup I'm drinking, so you don't have to turn around. Ain't gonna put my drinks on the ground. So put your cup to the ceiling if you're feeling what I'm feeling. I'm ready. All right. So this is actually a mixture of. Let me tell y'all. Let me bring the ingredients. Let me bring the ingredients. Okay, let me bring the ingredients. Hold on. Give me a minute. Let me go grab all the ingredients. Can y'all still hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Singing to you from where I'm at. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Okay. All right, let me just show you. Okay. So this is a little mix of OJ. Okay. This is mango nectar puree situation. I add a little bit of Taylor Pote. Okay. So Taylor Pote. This is how much percentage of alcohol. This is 18% port wine. I also added a little bit of Casamigos. All right. A little Casa. And then I filled it with some of this Trader Joe's lemon elderflower soda. And I got my little concoction with ice. Mmm. 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 So good. So it's like all of this in this one. Oh, thumbnail. Kidding. Deborah says, I don't drink alcohol, but that sounds dope. Sip a sip pour moi, please. Don't mind if I do, my chérie. That was for you, Deb. That was for you. So yeah, I'm gonna just like throw these back in the recycling. But I'll do. I guess I'll do it after because I'm gonna have to like bring all of this over. But salty pecans. I am going to actually call it a night. It's 10 p.m. now. I know everyone is doing their thing at home. Highlander 7321 said, your dreads looking great. Thanks, boo. Getting mine retwisted in the morning. Ow. Ow. Dread gang. Dread life. Lock sister, lock brother. Ow. Yo, I have so much energy. Literally, as y'all know, I'm single. Okay. Single by choice, but also single because I have not yet found someone who stimulates me enough. Because as you can see, I'm very high energy, right? I'm very high energy. I'm very about life. I'm very I'm very right? And people are boring. People are boring and people are like not genuine. And I know who I am and what I have to offer, right? Outside of sex. Okay. And that's something that's like off the table, honestly. Right. Because I know in that regards who I am, and I know, okay, I don't play around when it comes to that. Okay. So if you want that, you gotta earn it. All right. You gotta earn it, right? So I'm not a kid anymore, right? Like I'm looking for a man, a husband. I am looking for a husband. I'm not looking for a boyfriend. I'm not looking to vibe with anyone and see how. No, I'm looking for someone who's intentionally here looking for what I'm looking for as well. Okay. I'm not looking for like this little back and forth game, like, oh, red pill. Ooh. And I also come from a very like traditional cultural background too. So no offense to people who, are about that like 50-50, or about that like, I don't know. That's not for me. No, 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 no. Like I'm very ambitious. I can take care of myself, right? I need someone who's also ambitious, who can also take care of themselves, right? And I'm looking for an equal. I'm looking in regards to the partnership, right? Like someone who brings 100% to the table, okay? And 100% of effort. I'm not talking about like 100% of like being like the financial like breadwinner, or like, no, I'm looking for someone who understands that in order for this to work, you actually have to put in the effort. There's no getting content, there's no being sneaky, there's no lying. It's like transparency, it's communication, it's maturity, and it's also allowing both of us to learn and to grow and to support each other, to be each other's safe space. Because it's really unfair a lot of the times when I can be your safe space, but you are not a safe space for me. And like I went through that with someone, I guess like a little TMI, but like, I went through that with someone who I was a safe space for them. And I thought they were a safe space for me. They asked me if I was safe space for them, and I said yes, but I mistakenly never asked them if they were a safe space for me. And yeah, they showed their ass. Right. Yeah, so let me just look at the little comments. Good night, Felix. He says, good night, Salty Pecan Crew. Good night, boo. Deborah says people are too predictable and often disappointing. I prefer character and authenticity. Period. Period, Deb. Period. Highlander 7321 said, damn, nothing like a real woman who knows what she wants. I hear you. I like someone who can vibe with plants and who has her own. You go, girl. Always remember you can. And like, even though I say like I have my own, I can take care of myself, like I want my man to like cater to me and like love on me, and like be sweet to me. Like no, I don't want to live this strong black woman who could like no, 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 it no. That rhetoric does not apply to any other race. Okay, like no one is saying like strong Japanese woman, strong Chinese woman, strong Russian woman, strong like Latina woman. No, it's always strong Black woman. Like, no, I want to be loved and like and held, and like kissed, and like I want my booty slapped, and I want like hugs from the back and kisses and like deep eye contact and like all of that stimulation, all of that intimacy. I want all of that. Like, I don't want to come into a home and have to like be with someone who sees me as an enemy. So I'd rather be single than like, settle. Right. And this is why I'm at my big age of 29 and I don't have kids yet. And that's because I just like consciously, like I want to put myself in a situation with someone who I feel like loves me enough, because I know having children is such a huge sacrifice for the woman. Okay, like, yeah, men, yeah, whatever, yeah, play a factor into it. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is not about y'all. It's about the women right now. And in regards to like the women, it's like we are the vessel. We carry it. We literally sacrifice our lives in order to like carry a child, in order to birth a child. For a man who don't fucking respect me? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Never. No. So I'll find my husband and yeah. And also like you're coming into a great family. Like I come from great stock, great family, great loving, strong. Even though I'm not talking about like that strong Black woman. I don't mean in that respect, but like strong human, like heart, very loving. Anyways, I'm talking too much, but so all of that to say, he's out there one day. And whenever he shows his face, I don't know if I will ever like show my partner on social media though. Like I told y'all, like I like to keep HauzPlant and Pamella super separate. I don't know if I would like introduce my partner and like when I do have children, because God please, I do want a couple of kids. I honestly don't even know if I probably will show my children on social media, because like I create content, but I'm not consumed by social media. Like I don't have my notifications turned on for anything, because I noticed like early on that I was actually like psyching myself out. Like, oh, I posted something. Did anybody like it? Did anybody comment on it? Right. And it's like, chill out. It's not that serious, So for me to humble myself, for me to ground myself, I have like my notifications turned off. If I choose to check Instagram, I choose to check Instagram. If I choose to check Facebook, I choose to check Facebook. If I choose to check TikTok, I choose to check TikTok, and then I'll see people have messaged, people have commented, people have interacted, or they might not have. I keep it pushing. That's literally just like how I try to live my life. And with my personal life, I definitely like to keep it offline, because you are like my salty pecans, you are my family, so you are committed to me, which also makes it that you're committed to who I'm with, right? So I never want to like have y'all invest in someone else. This is about me. This is my show. It's not about them. If they want someone to invest in them, they can make their own content page, right? This is about me. All about me. And with that being said, if you're still here, because there are 8 salty peeps still watching and only 7 likes. 9 salty peeps. Please, if you haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up, okay? Um, and yeah, like I would really appreciate it. I really love you all. Thank you so much for joining me on this Friday night and Saturday London. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Good night, everyone. I love you all. Let me go ahead and play my outro song, but I got to be very meticulous with it because um YouTube demonetizes my live streams because I play 11 seconds of this. Oh, it's commercial. Hold on. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. Let me do my outro song. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. I gotta play my outro. You know I gotta play my outro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't go. With that being said, thank you so much, my salty pecans, for joining me on this awesome Friday night live stream. I hope you enjoyed just chatting with me, getting to know me, getting to see the babies that are blooming, getting to see the new ends in regards to plant supplies. Again, I am it's 10:14, so once I end this live stream, we're gonna add a couple clips that I wanted to film for the Instagram reel. So keep an eye out. Maybe tomorrow or Sunday, I'm going to post it. After this, actually, I'm going to go study. It's 10 p.m. I'll probably study maybe until 11:30, and then no, I'm gonna shower, study, and then probably sleep maybe around like 1 a.m. Eastern Pacific time. Excuse me, Eastern Standard Time. What am I saying? But with that being said, if you aren't already, please make sure you're following me on my other social media. As in accounts. I was gonna say my best friend, the cat. My other social media networks at HauzPlant, HauzPlant. That's TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and of course, like clockwork, homegirl always comes for the outro. She's like, "Yo, you've been on here long enough. You've been on here long enough." I love this girl. Can you believe I've had her since? I love you. You are my heart. Oh, my heart, my princess, my queen. I love her. All right, my salty pecans. I will see you on the next one. Let's get growing. Can't hear. Jinx, look, she's about to bite me. She's about to bite me. She's about to bite me. Oh, you're. Oh, she's like, got you. I love you all. Good night, Court. Good night, Arlisa. Good night, Deb. Good night, Highlander 7031. Good night, Felix. I don't know anyone else who's in here because these are the active chatters, the commentators. I know are in here because they'll just be chatting with me. I will see you on the next one. Let's get growing. I tried to film a video yesterday and it completely embarrassed me because they didn't record the audio. Pamela, leave. You tell these people you're leaving and then you sit here and you keep talking. Go away, Pam. Like, why am I like this? I love you all. I will see you on the next one. Let's get growing. Yes. Highlander 7321 said, much love to the crew. Have a great weekend. I love you all. You are the best. You all have my heart. I'm so fortunate to have made such an awesome family. I can't believe y'all sit here and chat with me for like over an hour, but there are YouTubers who I will literally sit and watch their hour videos every single time they post. I will watch their 2, 3, 4 hour live streams every single time. Lovely T, Raven Elise, who else? Miss Vaughn TV. Those I yeah, like Judy, it's Judy time, Patricia Bright, like these people, oh, HRH Collection. I've been following these people for so long and I love them. No matter how much I may not agree with what they say, love them. Armand Wiggins, another one. Those are like those are the people I am like core supporters of. I support them on different platforms. I follow them on my pages. I support like their Patreons, like some are like $5, some are a couple dollars, some are like $10, $20. Honestly, yo, if I truly enjoy your content, I'm gonna like support. And you all support me, and I love you all. With that being said, thank you so much. And this is literally the final time I'm gonna be like, ciao. I'll see you in the next one. Let's get going again. Ooh. Let me stop. I want to do a giveaway.